doing some barbecue today. As you guys have already seen, the barrel, I got a pit barrel cooker that's getting rolling. Now it's time to start some meat. So what I'm gonna do on this video is I'm gonna show you what I'm cooking, and then I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I'm making. I'm just gonna let you guys watch it unfold, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm using and see if you guys can't figure it out till the end. If you guys do, hey, great. Maybe you guys can give it a try. If you can't, then it'll be a good surprise at the end. Make sure to leave a comment below early and put down your timestamp so I know where you figured it out as to what exactly I'm cooking. I'll give you a hint. One of them is ribs, but there is a mystery dish that I'm putting together. All right, you guys stay tuned. All right, guys. So as you can see, we got some spare ribs. We're just getting these all nice and dry, making sure we get as much as we can off. One of the things that I do, not very often, but when I do it. You know, it's one of those things. I should do it more often than I do, but that's okay. Is I do remove the membrane, and I will be doing it today. These particular spare ribs are a little fatty, so I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming this up. Alright guys, so I've already patted down dry the meat, trimmed it up. I took off the silver skin on the back, mostly because a lot of people don't do it when they're hanging meat, especially with the pit barrel cooker, because sometimes these ribs do get pretty tender and you risk some of it might falling off. Personally, I just use 2 hooks, and I'll show you guys how I do it. I haven't had this issue. Actually, correction, I had it happen one time in the various amounts of barbecues I've ever done, and that was purely just, I don't know, it was a fluke. Go figure. I think I might have did something to it. But anyway, the seasonings that we're going to use today, we have our chupacabra seasonings. We got the rib version. We also have the special blend. My personal favorite is the special blend, but we're going to use that for a different cut of meat, which I'll show you guys in a bit. For the ribs, we're going to use their rib blend. We're a chupacabra family. We use it in our baits, hence River Slung. Shout out to the River Slung. No, but in all reality, it's a great seasoning. Sometimes they can be on a little bit of a saltier side, especially someone like this guy or the all-purpose seasonal blend, which is why I personally use a binder. With the binder, it helps bind whatever seasoning you're using on smaller cuts of meat, mostly so you can use less seasoning. The flavor of like the mustard binder, that won't be there as it cooks. You know, it kind of disperses, but that binder helps solidify those seasonings onto your meat so you can use less of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mustered up, seasoned up, and on the pit. I would show you everything, but this is YouTube. If you really want to watch me sauce my meat, you know, I can do that for you guys. Let me know, but I figured I'd save you the time. I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. I'll show you how I hook it, and then we'll put it on the smoker. Alright guys, so I seasoned both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hooks in. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the hooks in. What I like to do, and it's common sense, the heavier side, that's where you want the support, versus the smaller side. You know, that's something that it doesn't need as much weight to carry. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on this side, and I double hook my ribs, especially because I pull that membrane off. So I just come in, find the second rib, just throw it in there, boom, that's one, and I'll come back. What I like to do is I just follow my hook, go ahead and hook it there, come down so we can find a nice spot for it right there, and boom. So as you can see, 2 ribs. This is like a safety, so if it starts to go, at least it has some support, and we're all set for the pit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the coals in there, get it smoking a little bit, and then we'll go throw that on. Okay, so today we are using lump oak charcoal. We're also using some hickory smoking chips in our barrel cooker. So what I like to do is, I'll go ahead and show the light. I go ahead, I put some wood chunks in so as it burns, you know, it'll reach those chunks later during the cook and get a nice smoke going. So what I'll do is I'll get my coals that are already set to go. I'll toss those on, get an extra wood chunk, top it off, lower it in, or I'll lower this in first, then do all that, and then get some meat on. All right. By the way, got these pit barrel gloves when I got the cooker. I really enjoy them. Work out really great. Alright. Well, those look good to go. So those are on. Now you notice how I only use half of that. That kind of gives me an offset for one, and it kind of keeps that heat away from the meat as it's cooking. I do have it on the back side. In fact, I'm going to move it a little closer. There we go. On the back side so that the vent can get it some oxygen and keep things burning. Once again, like I mentioned, I'm just going to grab a small chunk here. That was a good sized chunk, but I'm just going to toss it on top. Let that smoke rolling. I'm going to go ahead and get this prepped. Oh, what? That's right, the hanging one. So that means there's going to be other stuff that's going to come on top. So we'll get that set up. I'm going to get these hooks in, these rebar in now. If you guys want more details on the smoke barrel cooker, just let me know. I can do a full video on it. I've had this thing for a while now, and I do really love it. I think it's great. Kind of made me a little lazier with my barbecuing, but that doesn't mean I can't throw down. Alright, let's go ahead and plug that up. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let it smoke a little bit, and then I'll get the meat on. Alright, so ribs are on. I forgot my tool, so got to improvise. Thankfully, worked out great. One thing is, you want to put the backside against the heat. That way it's not burning any of the good meat. Not that there's bad meat, but you know, bones. But that's flaming up, so we need to cover this up. There we go. Get that choked out and cool. Action. Alright guys, so as you can see, these are the last bit that I'm going to throw on the grill. So we have our pork tenderloin. You're going to get that. Once again, mustard binder. Season it with the special blend, my personal favorite. Shout out to Chupacabra, not a sponsor. Wish they were. We love you guys. Hit us up. Also going to slice this pineapple. Yes, pineapple on the grill. If you haven't tried it, you should. And corn, because, well, it's corn. And beauty about corn, I personally just chunk this whole thing on there. And it goes. Perfect. Delicioso. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys. If you would like me to go ahead and show you me chopping and all that good stuff, I can. But, I mean, you guys know how to do this stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this done. And we'll check back in whenever we're done. Also, shout out to Owen's Mixers. Not a sponsor, but these transfusion mixes, so good. Always keeping nice and hydrated while you're outdoors doing stuff. Good stuff, Owen. Alright, cool. Alright guys, so got the corn on, got the pineapple on, ribs, pork loin. I like using the back of the ribs as a shield for the other meats. They got flaring up, so we're gonna go ahead and get that closed and sit and wait. I remember that. We're gonna make a good video. The mango pico is pretty good. I remember when this happened. Wait a minute. Oh shoot, the pineapple! Alright guys, well I just went to go check on the pit and a couple of the ears of corns are done. Unfortunately, the pineapple just didn't make it, a little thin, and while I was waiting, I guess I kind of overhydrated, if you know what I mean, and kind of let it be for a little too long. So scrapping the pineapple, I still have a whole like thing of fresh pineapple, and I'd rather have fresh pineapple than grilled, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. Anyways, the ribs look like they're getting there. I'm probably gonna pull them, and I'll let you guys see what they look like right now. The pork tenderloins, those are running as well. Last two things I gotta get chopped up are some celery, some bok choy. All right. If you guys have any ideas what's going on, make sure to leave in the comments below. I don't know what time it is on the video, but make sure to tag it as well. All right. See you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So this is the back side. Remember, this is the heat side, where all the flames are. You can see I was getting all that pullback. Now, I'll pull these off now. I'm gonna go ahead and probe the temp and see where they're at. Sitting at about one, let's see, probe a thicker part here. Sitting about 150. Looks like 155. So that works for me as far as pulling it off now. Next up, what I'm going to do is I got some of this roasted pineapple habanero. I've had this before, and this is what I'm going to use to glaze the ribs. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it back on for an additional little bit of time to get this sauce to caramelize on these ribs, and they'll be done. Now, FYI, as you can see, pulled the corn off. That's just the husk. Once you open this bad boy up, which I'm not going to do right now because it'll get it all over the ribs, you get that nice smoked corn, golden, delicious. Anyway, I'm sure you guys don't want to waste your time watching me slather my meat, so put your head out of the gutter. Talking about the ribs. Go ahead and show you guys what it looks like when it's done. But before that, let's go ahead and show you guys the juicy side. Woo! See if I can get closer here for you. Now, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get these sauce slathered and throw it back on for just a smidge. The pork loins are coming. Already chopped the celery and the bok choy. I have a couple of other veggies that were pre-chopped that I bought. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Got some shredded carrots and some baby bellas. I like portobellas, and I like baby bellas because they're so cute. So, once again, if you haven't figured out the other dish, what are you waiting on? Oh, snap. God, it's so good. one side. Oh no. Sauce it up. Sauce it like you never sauced it before. Ooh, this pineapple habanero, it's so delicious. It's pretty good. If you're not having fun while you're barbecuing, then what's the point? Hey, maybe I should make a brisket point next. It's just me and Derek and my fiance, so maybe I should just make a point. Ooh. Anyway, alright, sauced up, extra juice on there. If you ain't got the sauce, you're lost. Alright, let's get this back on. Alright guys, so pulled out the pork tenderloins. You guys want to take a look? How juicy those look. Gonna go ahead and probe them, see where they're at. For pork, I usually pull it about 150, 155, and then they'll jump up to the 160, 165 mark as they rest. So that's what we're looking for. No, not ready yet. So these are about 150. I personally, I'm gonna go ahead and put these back on. By the way, I did want to show you. Remember that corn that looked all black? Look at that. Pretty, isn't it? Whoop. So, corn's been shaved. Oh, little piece. Corn's been shaved. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back on. They're almost done. I think by this, when these are done, I think those ribs will probably be ready to pull too. So, you guys sit tight. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, pulled everything off. Checked. I probed the tenderloins. They're at 160, so perfect. Gonna let those rest for a little bit before I slice them. Pulled the ribs off, and the last bit of the corn. But look at these babies. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get you a close up here in a little bit. Oh, don't let the looks fool you. She's only 160. I did mess with it a little bit, and we're pretty tender. Okay. Anyway, for the ribs, they're just ribs. I'm not gonna do anything with them other than eat them as ribs. But these guys, we're gonna fix them to get the appetizer underway. We haven't figured it out. We probably wouldn't. I didn't put too much detail into it. But I'll just show you when it's done. And then the main entree, you'll see in a second. so I sliced into these guys, and we're just gonna let's just grab this one right here. Ooh, see that smoke ring? Delicious. All right. So as for the appetizer, I'm going to show you, which if you haven't figured it out, you probably didn't, but anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and whip it up real quick. All right, and this is the appetizer. So here we have our nice pork tenderloins. Go ahead and slice thin for small bite-sized pieces, topped with a little bit of that mango pico. You may have figured that out, you know, but who knows. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get this to our guests so you can enjoy while we finish up the entree. Go ahead and walk us over to the table. You notice is a smiley face, happy. All right, see, nice and pretty. Let's go ahead and walk this over to the table for our guests. It's always good to share with people. Here you go, man. Thanks, bromigo. Dude, these things look thebomb.com. Get the little guy. He's so cute. Wow. That's far out, dude. Well, thanks for the app. I'm looking forward to see what comes with the entree. That's groovy, brother. Thank you. Yeah, man, of course. Dude, it's coming. But anyway, guys. Alright, so if you hadn't figured out by the ingredients that I have here, then I got one last thing to show you, and this will give it away. So if you haven't figured it out yet, now you will. The final entree dish that we're making today is a ramen. We're gonna do a ramen with the pork loin, but this being, you know, a VR outdoor video, we gotta have a little bit of a VR twist to it, aside from the outdoors of making our pork loin. So with that in mind, this isn't just a pork loin ramen, it is a surf and turf. We got some Argentinian shrimp. But I'll read it to you. Red Argentine, previously frozen, jumbo peeled and deveined tail off shrimp. That's right, we are doing a surf and turf ramen, baby. All right, so go ahead and get this cooked, and I don't know if you guys want to see me dump everything in a pot and let it run, but I can show you the finished product. Stay tuned. All right, so just full disclosure, I started in that pot and I was like, oh man, like it's too much. Then I used that pot and I realized I made too much. So I had to bust out the big boy. Shout out to Le Creuset, not a sponsor, but we're open to it. Let's take a look. Right now I just got it relaxing, just chilling. And shrimp, everything's in there except for the pork loin. That's gonna sit right juicy on top. But ooh, smells heavenly. It's a little darker. You know, the broth is just a little darker than before. Huh. Wonder what could have happened to it. Wait a minute. Who's that hiding over there? Who's that? Special Blend. Did you find your way in my pot? You silly dog. Shout out Chupacabra, also not a sponsor. Wish you were. Love you guys. Yeah, just add a little bit of Chupacabra Special Blend to give it that just enough flavor. Bang! I tasted the broth. Absolutely fantastic. I'm letting it sit for just a little bit. Soften up some of those celery and bok choy. But it smells, and the broth, fantastic. I'll go ahead and I'll put a bowl up, and then we'll serve it to me and a guest. There it is. We got the pork, the shrimp, all the veggies. Man, this looks good. All right, let's go ahead and This is gonna be for our guests, and then I'll make one later. Let's give it to them. Hey, your ramen's ready. Ramen's ready and come down now. You said the ramen's ready? Oh, sweet. Awesome. Cool. All right. Thanks. Oh boy. I see the pork, the shrimp. Where are those baby portobello mushrooms? They're so cute. All right, let's get a taste of this broth. Oh. Wow, that is. The only thing I can describe it is fantastic. That's pretty great. This is awesome. Thank you, JT from VR Outdoors. This is great. Goodbye, his pork. I'm in ramen heaven. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, no problem. Well, sounds like he enjoys the ramen. I myself, I'm just gonna go ahead and have one of these slices of those ribs. Nice and glistening, juicy. I mean, barely stay on the bone. I was cutting it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Ribs always come out good. Anyway. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more cooking videos, maybe not something as theatrical, just leave a comment down below. We do cook fairly often. Obviously, man's got to eat, but I enjoy doing outdoor cooking. The only reason I finished it up inside was ran out of time. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. You never know what the outdoor guys are going to post. You know, the whole purpose of the channel is outdoor content. And we'll see you guys in the next one. As you guys saw, I'm working on something special. All right, y'all take care. Have a good one.